Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I've had a few questions about how I do my basing, so I thought I'd put up a little video showing you what I do, as I was now going to base my Orc War boss, which I'm not that impressed with the paint job, but I mean I just slapped them together and I didn't really particularly enjoy painting this model, so I kind of rushed it. But yeah, I'll just go through the steps very quickly. The things you'll need is Woodland Scenics, coarse turf. Now this is earth, the earth blend. That's what I use for the entire base. So the way I apply it is I use Mod Podge, matte obviously, and then it's going to be really awkward to film to do with the camera, so I apologise if it goes out of focus. I've already done most of the base, as you can see, and then all I do is using a large sort of cocktail stick thing, just get a load of Mod Podge, slap it all over the base. It will dry completely clear. I mean, you could use PVA for this, I'm sure, but I find Mod Podge better in every way. I've stopped using PVA for most things a while ago, because that part will last ages, so it's not like a money saving thing using PVA, and I find this is just better. But each to their own, you know. PVA will do fine, I'm sure. Right, so I've put a load of the coarse turf in here. You can see it's really fluffy, which just gives it a really nice texture to it. And then I'll try and keep this in focus. I normally just dip a little bit more in the lid, and then just literally dip it in there and just get chunks of it off like this, and then just put it on like that. Just mash it in. It's really annoying stuff to work with, actually, because it's so fluffy and it takes a while to actually sort of stick, so you have to keep mashing it in. But as much as you want, or as little as you want, really. But I use this for the majority of the entire base. And what we're going to do is, once this is, well, actually not even when it's dry, I'll go straight on to the other colours while it's drying. Just mash more colours into it, really. I don't know what the other colours are called, because I actually bought it. I got loads of little packs. Someone was selling on eBay, which you can see in the background. I'll show you in a second. So I had like a little mix bag, and it was all the colours I wanted, which was just perfect. Dip a little bit more in there. And yeah, so I never actually got the actual colours, but obviously I am running out of the little packs. So I've got the big old earth blend from Woodland Scenics, but I will obviously need to figure out what them colours were and buy the other ones again, because I've quite a lot of my army still to paint and I want them all to have the same basing. The movement trays took up the most, I've got to say, and that was fucking annoying. Excuse my French. So yeah, once you've done that colour, I tend to go in with a little bit of yellow. Not much yellow, just a dab here and there. Just, I don't think you see that. Dip it in, dip it in. It sticks so well, so you don't need to focus. And just dab a little bit of that yellow in. See, look, it's such annoying stuff to work with. The bits just come off as you're doing it. The other side should be better because it was basically dry. Put a little bit on there. I can dab it off as I want. Yeah, just spin it off. And just plonk little bits around wherever you want. Totally random. See, these bits are already nearly dry. I haven't actually been looking at the camera to see if this is staying in focus, so half the time it's probably going in and out and I haven't noticed. Sorry about that. But I mean, it's not exactly like you're seeing some detail here. I'm just plonking the colours on. So I think that'll do for the yellow. As you can see, I waste a lot of this. But actually what I did do for the next part is I got this thing which my friend got me for doing the paints, and I've actually kind of used it as like a mixing pot for the different shades. There's already a couple of bits in there, but the next colour I go with is the kind of the mouldy looking green. And do the same thing, but what I'll do here is I'll just get a little bit, put it in my little mixing bowl there, and then same thing. You know, there's no finesse to this at all. I'm just dabbing it in and then just plonking it on the base. Focus. I'll get a little bit off. Remember to keep dipping your stick back in the Mod Podge every now and then, just so it'll definitely stick to the rest of the stuff. Come on, I have to hold it right here, aren't I? You can see such a professional at this recording business. It doesn't help I'm just recording on my crappy, 3.5-year-old phone. But, there was nothing wrong with my phone, so I kept it. Yeah, so this is it. And then you just keep building up the colours. I don't know what that is. There's a bit of Mod Podge in there that can stay. Oh, and my blend already, this is the thing, because I put the different colours in, this already had 2 of the other colours mixed into some of it. So I'm just going to squash that all in, because all the other colours are going on anyway. So I actually could probably do with a bit more of that colour in there. A bit of a disclaimer, I did not come up with this method. I have said this to people before when I've posted pictures or videos of my models. Whenever people ask, it was someone, I can't remember his name. I think his name was Stuart, and he has the most amazing collection of old Hammer orcs and goblins, which he's been posting throughout this year, which is actually where the inspiration for starting this project for me came from. And yeah, if you can find his stuff, just go look at it. It's absolutely glorious. And I asked him what material he used, and he told me, and I kind of just went what I thought he did with the basing. I think I got pretty close, but his is way better than what I'm doing. So I mean, I urge you to go find him if you're in Old Hammer Facebook groups or anything. Write in Orcs and Goblins. I'm sure you'll find it if you put it in the search, Orcs and Goblins. It will come up, and he's using like really nice old Citadel stuff. So a nice warmer kind of green, nice lighter, sorry. It's a really nice green actually. And as you layer up, use less and less of the lighter greens. I find. I'll put a little bit more of this in my mixing bowl. I mean, he's basically done now, but I like to put lots of this colour in because it's such a nice green. Again, I'm really sorry, I'm probably not showing you very well, am I? But I mean, you've got the gist of it now, so I'm just kind of rambling now. If you're still watching, thanks. But I'm just kind of having a little talk to myself. Come on. my camera sucks. There we go. Yeah, might as well take this time to, you know, ask people what units they'd like me to add to the army. Any more Kev Adams sculpts that I should look at that will go well with the army. At the moment I have some Wolf Riders, which I mentioned in the last video. I've got 6 of them, 2 banners for some reason, and 2 bosses. So obviously I need to get some more of them so I can make 2 units of 5, or 1 giant unit of 10. Apart from that, I have 1 more River Troll to paint, and what else have I got? Oh, and 20 Goblin Archers. And then I haven't really got anything else planned. I was thinking of getting a Troll Hag, but it looks like a pain in the ass to paint, and I'm kind of a slapdash painter. I don't really like this model, for instance. I didn't really enjoy painting it, so I kind of just put all his armor in the kind of bronzy, rusty color, and then put a few bits of red on, and I was calling it a day. Right, I'm calling that done. Let's actually see if I can get some focus on here. On this camera up close it does look a bit crummy, but when you see from a decent distance it looks lovely. And what else I sometimes do, I haven't done this with every model, but I use some of these birch seed leaves. I got these online a long time ago. I think they're birch seed leaves, and then there's a different colour, different shade there, but these are smaller bits. It's like they've gone through a small blender kind of session. But these ones, just pick a couple out, just like, no, that's more than I wanted, but he's a special character, so you can have a few more. And all they are, these are going to be hard to see. Are you going to focus? Yeah, little leaves, the little seed casings. Pretty sure they're from a birch tree. You could probably find these if you really wanted to, you know, go crazy and sit around foraging these, but I won't do that. What we do is a little bit of Mod Podge and just dab them around on the model. And it just gives a little bit of extra colour here and there. Sometimes I just blob that on because it'll go see-through anyway. So yeah, there you go. There he is. Moglum Neck Snapper, I believe the actual model's called. But for me, he will be generic war boss. And for those of you thinking, what have you done to that beautiful old model, taking his banner off? I had the banner, but I didn't have the flags, the actual banners. I had the poles, I didn't have the actual banner, so I just used a bit of green stuff to fill in where the little backpack bit would have gone. And I think it was a wise decision, because now he's just a war boss on a boar with 2 hand weapons. So yeah. There you go, I hope that was helpful. Yeah, like and subscribe, all that nonsense, and yeah, cheerio.